Hello everyone, this is Caleb Simpson here from ZeldaDungeon.net, and you're watching our video walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is the boss of the Great Bay Temple, and as you enter you have to fall down into this arena, which has a single platform in the center of this very large square room that is filled with water. The opening cinematic shows the boss looking around all fierce like, grrr! And although it kind of looks like dinner, this is actually one of the harder battles we're going to have to fight in this game. After it floats in the air for a bit, it'll start the battle with the Gargantuan masked fish, Gyorg. As you gain control, you should run over to it and target it as soon as possible. Tattle says that you can get snacked on if you jump into the water right now, so that's good advice, but she also hints that you can weaken it with ranged attacks. I'll go over how to do that here in a moment, but first I just want to show its attacks. Gyorg will swim around and face towards the platform occasionally, and it can jump over the platform, and you usually can't defend against it with your shield since its fins will hit you, so you may be better off simply running to the side instead. Now the other attack it has is to ram into the platform, which will knock you into the water if you stand too close. Now if you do find yourself in the water, it will chase after you and probably gobble you up before you have a chance to climb onto the platform. To avoid this, you want to simply run around to the opposite side of the platform so that you're out of reach. This way you can easily climb up without taking tons of damage. Okay, and let me show you a more dangerous example. Here I purposely let myself get knocked into the water and then got smacked by its tail. Turn around, swim away, go to the opposite side, and then climb up. So, it is possible to fight Gyorg in the water, however, it's not very effective. You can jump in and use the R button to use the electric barrier attack, which will stun it if you can do it successfully, but Gyorg, when he's chasing after you like this, it's nearly impossible to win because the front part of his face is invulnerable to your Zorro attacks. The sides and the tail are vulnerable though, so his front part is impenetrable. And when you sink down to the floor, you can also hit him with your double cutters, but it takes a while for them to get over there. Just be warned that if you get too close to him when you're trying to smack him once he's stunned, that you could take damage if he touches you. Now, as you saw here, my fins got caught on the invulnerable portions of Gyorg, so it took a while for them to get back to me. Now, this thus made me fish bait, I suppose. Your double cutters can do a lot of damage, but what's more damaging by far is using the electric barrier. You can stun Gyorg with the double cutters, then swim into him with R while he's stunned on the ground, and this will do a lot more damage. So swim towards him, and then use the R button to swim through him. This will do massive damage to him. Okay, so stunning it while you're underwater is not really the best plan in the world. As you saw, I took tons of damage, so it's kind of just an emergency thing. So rewinding, the battle has just started. You want to target Gyorg, and you can use the double cutters to stun him. And now you can take off and put on the Zorro mask so you can continue moving around. And now you can jump into the water while he's being stunned. And at this point, you can sink down to the bottom, and you can stab him if you want, but you don't do very much damage this way. Hold in your shield in case Gyorg touches you real quick, and then you want to swim over to the opposite side of the platform so that you're too far away from him so he can't grab you. If you're really good, you can dolphin jump onto the platform, otherwise you can just climb up. So at this point, if Gyorg is really far away, like so, and you can't use your double cutters, instead you need to shoot him with a regular arrow. This will stun him, quickly put on the Zorro mask, jump into the water, and what does far more damage is to swim into him with the R button, and so just keep it pressed in until you're well past Gyorg, this way you don't take damage, then dolphin jump back onto the platform if you're really good, otherwise swim over to the opposite side of the platform. So if you would like to practice your dolphin jumping, I highly recommend the platform that is just underneath the Marine Research Lab, which is at the owl statue for Great Bay Coast. There's a platform there that you can practice on that has a lot of open water right next to it. It's a great place to try out and practice your timing for that. It's very useful for this boss. So once you have done enough damage to Gyorg, it will release a ton of little fishies. These things act like piranhas that will munch on you if you're not careful. Now as you saw here, I actually missed my dolphin jump, and I'll show you a tip on how to do that in a little bit that makes it a little bit easier. So here I should have used R to try stunning Gyorg as long as it was swimming right next to me, but I didn't, and so instead I just took damage. Now if the little fish get in your way, you can just swim through them with the electric barrier to kill them, and some of them even drop recovery hearts, but it's not really worth trying to get them because Gyorg will probably just eat you and deal more damage to you than you would have recovered otherwise. To successfully pull off a dolphin jump, you have to be a little bit below the surface of the water so that when you aim upwards with the analog stick, you'll jump out of the water. It's a little bit difficult when you're facing directly towards the platform though, so instead, here's a little tip. Don't aim directly towards the platform, but instead, come at it from an angle, like this. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room for error, and it's a little bit easier to pull off. So unless you're really good at timing it, and you've had a lot of practice like I have, then I recommend you do it this way instead, and always go try and dolphin jump at angles if you try dolphin jumping at all. And that is how you defeat the boss of the Great Bay Temple. Now, there are some green jars in each corner of the room underwater that have magic in them, but that seems kind of scary to me. Like, that's one of the most dangerous spots in the entire room because it's the farthest away from the freaking platform. I mean, my goodness. So you run out of magic, you have to put yourself in harm's way just to get some more. Like, magic isn't required to beat this boss, it just makes it easier, but still, like, that's so scary to make you do that. Now, the jars on the platform itself have arrows, though you probably didn't need very many of them for Gyorg, but if you want to stock up on them, feel free to slash the jars. When you're all done, you want to go to the middle and snag the heart container to extend your life by 1 whole heart. After that, step into the blue light to collect Gyorg's remains, which will allow you to warp back to this temple boss and defeat him again if you need to do that later. And now, it's time to meet up with our long, lanky friends in the Cloud World.